This tutorial video is going to show you how to enter assignments into your gradebook grid. This is for teachers that are using percentage-based grading, not for teachers that are using proficiency-based grading. The majority of teachers in Portland Public Schools are using percentage-based grading. So you're going to go ahead and go into your gradebook. We're going to make sure that we're in the correct quarter. We're working in quarter 1, and we're going to work with 7th period biology. This is where the assignments will be listed. We have none listed now. Go ahead and click New. This is going to open up, and we've got 4 tabs here. We're going to go ahead and enter a description. An assignment. We're going to enter an assignment name. There are multiple grading scales to choose from, but really there's only one that you're going to want here. If you're using percentage-based grading, you're going to choose this first one, which is the A through F percentage grading method for assignments. You don't want this one. This is for proficiency-based graders, and it is a rubric scale, and it's going to give you an exceeds to a does not meet scale. You also don't want to choose these down here because these are for total semester grades, not individual assignment grades. And we'll cover these examples in another video. So you're always going to want to choose assignment percentage. You're going to select the date that it's due. We're going to say that it's going to, or assigned, it's going to be assigned on the 6th of September, and it'll be due on the 10th of September. You're going to give it a point value. We're going to say this assignment is worth 50 points. Most of the time, you're going to give it a weight of 1. 1 means that this assignment is worth 50 points. If you want to enter a 50 and however have it impact the total grade as a 100 rather than 50, but you don't want to change the point value to 100, you can make that a 2, and now you would enter 50 into the grade book, but it would impact it as if it was a 100-point assignment. So in this example, if this was the only assignment in the grade book, you would enter 50 into the grade book, and the total that that student would have would be 100 out of 100. If we had it at a weight of 1, or 100%, you would enter a 50, and the total value, if this was the only assignment, would be 50 out of 50. If you wanted this assignment to be worth less, let's say you only want it worth 10 points, you would say 0.2, or 20%, and you would enter a 50 into the grade book, but the total value would be 10 over 10. Most of the time, you're only going to have a weight of 1. You have an option to mark it private. Private means that students and parents would not be able to see this assignment in the internet viewer. Most of the time, you're going to have that unchecked so that it can be public, so that students can get in there and see get the information for the assignment. That information, the assignment, is in the narrative tab. You can explain the assignment here, and I intentionally misspelled that word. In this area, you can bold text, you can italicize certain text, you can underline selected text, you can align to the right, align center, align to the left, you can number lists, you can bullet lists, you can indent right, and then return indent left. You can also hyperlink. Oops, I need to select some text first. So we're going to select some text, and we're going to say, I want you to go to this certain website here, hyperlink, and enter in the web address. You're clearly not going to hyperlink to Google, but that is just an example. And now this text is hyperlinked, so when the viewer on the internet viewer goes to this assignment, they can click on this, and it'll take them to the website where you want them to get information. And then, of course, you can also spell check. When you spell check it, it's going to highlight this word here. I can now right-click this, and I can choose the word that I want it to be, and it'll change it. That is how you work with the narratives. In the objectives, you're probably not going to be using the objectives. This is primarily for people that are doing proficiency-based grading, but if you wanted to add these objectives to an individual assignment, you just select it and then choose that objective for that assignment. And then finally, you're going to choose the other classes that you want to add this to. It's already going to go into 7th period biology, as I mentioned, but I also want to have this exact same assignment in 1st period biology. When I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and click Save, which you can't quite see over here. If I click Save, this tab will then go away and classes will no longer appear. The reason that tab disappears is that this assignment is no longer one assignment for all your classes, but it's 2 separate assignments. I can now go into 1st period biology, and I can change that assignment a little bit without it impacting 7th period biology. So if there was any reason that you might want to do that, you can change an assignment without impacting all of the classes. That is how you enter an assignment into your gradebook grid when you're using percentage-based grading.